What is key is to understand yourself, what you are taking out there to the people, and also understanding the needs of the people that you are trying to communicate to, and understanding each other. At the end, it's a two-way communication. You are trying to communicate and trying to get feedback from the people, and you are trying to improve upon the knowledge and the skills and attitude of the people you are trying to engage with. My research center is called the West African Center for Cell Biology of Infectious Pathogens, and every year fresh graduates, undergrads, get the opportunity to intern, have a feel of what actually goes on in the research center for a year. So we were actually the first batch. We decided to come up with something that we thought would be intriguing. We've attended high schools, and we know the needs of most of these high school students. They don't get opportunity to engage with research scientists, and with what we do in infectious diseases, we think that engaging them would be the best thing to create awareness on the diseases and to share with them the outcome and the processes of what we do in our research center. So that was how the idea, yeah, came up. So the most interesting thing was going to the schools. We realized that most of the schools had less equipped science laboratories. Okay, so it was the first time most of these students were actually visualizing most of the parasites that they hear about in their communities, and they get to have a feel of what is actually malaria, for instance. You actually get to see the parasites, yeah, in a microscope. And another surprise was we had most of the non-science students joining us for the engagement, even though it was actually basically for science students. We had other departments from other yeah, joining us. The feedback was great. The feedback was great. I mean, going on to interact with the students, we get to know that they could actually relate to some of the diseases and infectious diseases that they live with in their communities. They could actually relate better and understand us better in what we were giving out to them. I mean, getting it's a challenge, right? I think you're talking about a challenge. Yeah, basically with funding, getting um, the financial prudence to organize is actually the difficult part. And sometimes too, when you go to the schools, they change the most of the heads in the schools. They would want you to come in a time that is suitable for the students for the interaction to begin at the last. Okay, the first one is teamwork. Teamwork is great, and also the second one I would advise is to be prepared for anything. Just think that you are going out there to be prepared for any challenge. And the third one would be at the end of the day, you be impacted, you be challenged as an individual to do more, to bridge the gap between the people you are trying to communicate and then you yourself. So for example, for us, we got to learn that there was actually a gap that we needed to fill. We got to know the challenges that are mostly situated in this, and then we are trying to be agents of change in yeah where we go to. What inspired me most today was I was very excited with the kind of work that other people are doing. I was very fascinated that I got to know that I'm not the only person doing this. I got to learn a lot from what my other finalists are also doing. And one thing I learned is to be creative, to be innovative, to come out with a solution to a problem, yeah, and be an agent of change. Yeah.